class! Today we are going to read a story and you're going to answer some questions along the way. The story is called Aurora Borealis, a story of the Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis. Have you ever heard of that before? What do you know about it? What do you think this book is going to be about? Make a prediction.
Oh, that roaring, boring Alice. What a pest she could be. She had nothing to do, no place to go, no friends, hardly any, except me. There was just something about her that really made you sore. To Alice, everything was awful, everyone a bore. "This soup's too hot, my peas are cold," she informed Mother diligently. That's the night she got it. I say finally. "To your room," Mother replied with an evil eye on her. "And stay there till I call you," which I hoped would be a year. And so Alice stormed up the stairs with a roar. The windows shook when she slammed the door. She cleared her bed, stuffed animals flew. She was fuming mad again, so what else is new? I sneaked up behind her, crawled under the door, ever so slowly, like a snail on the floor.
I think there was some figurative language used on this page. What was it? What sentence was it? Or what type of figurative language was used? And what was the purpose of the author using this piece of figurative language? What were we supposed to get out of it?
Now, from under the bed, I had a good view of Alice. Oh my goodness, her face was blue. And as Alice prepared her next piercing shout, she opened her mouth, but nothing came out. Then streamers of light suddenly bloomed from her face. Colors began flowing all over the place.
Let's pause to practice our context clue skills. The sentence said, "Then streamers of light suddenly bloomed from her face. Colors began flowing all over the place." The word bloomed. What does it mean in this context? Bloomed. Use context clues.
A strange little person with a very stern voice appeared out of nowhere to give Alice a choice. "I have come from Argathia, the subterranean world, and across our night sky your voice has been hurled. Every sound from your mouth has been changed into lights to color our sky on clear starlit nights. If you want your voice back, Alice, my dear, be nice, and the colors will all disappear." By now, Alice saw me there under the bed. She tried to cry out, but her voice had turned red. Streams of colors, yellow, green, orange, and blue, all flowed from her lips. Such a spectacular hue. Colors the shape of butterfly wings bounced off the walls and colored her things. Outside past the window flashed red and green as the heavens displayed a dazzling scene. Then colorful fingers pointed my gaze to the top of the sky where her voice was ablaze. Alice sat cross-legged amid toys on the floor, all silently enjoying her technicolor roar. When a single long, seemingly endless tear dripped off her chin, down her neck, where her voice had been stripped.
Let's pause for a second. Were your predictions about the book right so far? Is this what you thought the book was going to be about? And now we have Alice. She's crying. Do you remember why she lost her voice in the first place? So now why is she crying? What do you think is going to happen next? And what questions are running through your head right now? Let's see if we can get some answers.
That's when it happened. That instant, that night. Alice settled down after her colorful fright. In her silence, the colors were now barely seen, and the room was a peaceful, motionless green.
I love this description. A peaceful, motionless green. The author used those words, peaceful, motionless green. What picture is the author trying to paint for us using those words? How is Alice behaving right now?
She picked up her cha-cha, cleared her throat for the test. I'm sorry, she peeped. I wasn't acting my best.
Oh, Alice apologized. So, was your prediction correct?
Then she tidied her room, a bright smile on her face, for her voice and the colors were now back in place. She returned to the table feeling quite fresh and new, and ever so quietly she whispered, "Thank you." Now, every once in a while, I'd say twice a year, Alice starts roaring, and the Agurthian's here. It's on those clear nights, especially due north, that the pitch of her voice sets these colors forth. The sky suddenly opens its red blue-green palace, and millions of eyes enjoy the Aurora Borealis.
How do you think Alice is going to behave from now on? Is she going to be 100% perfect with her new attitude? Would you? Have you ever gotten in trouble before for a bad attitude? How can you relate to Alice?